a strippergram.
I've just been getting used to his comedy just a little bit more. I've seen him forever. Most comedians, I've seen their name, but not necessarily sat down, listened to any of their bits. So what do we have here? This is Ricky Gervais on The View. We also got hot topics and funny people right here on Chris Out Loud. Come on. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Let's look at a little Ricky Gervais. Let me take it back to the beginning. Let's get this video going. Ricky Gervais on The View, HQ.
Ricky Gervais is one of the funniest people around, and his new special, Talking Funny, is a behind-the-scenes look at stand-up comedy with his pals Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, and Louis C.K. sitting around talking about what else being funny. Take a look.
This is Jerry Seinfeld doing Louis C.K.
Okay. So I'm going on my vacation with my family. We pack up the car and the kids, and I'm clicking in the car seats, and I put the wife in, and I get everything set. It's so much work to get a family in a car. I close the door for my wife on the passenger side. I walk around to the driver's side. That's my vacation. Is that how it goes?
Something that's a completely Seinfelded version.
Really?
I mean, you really polished it up. You made it
Really?
nice. You made it nice.
Okay, please.
I didn't follow.
Ricky Gervais.
I must be stupider than I thought, because I'm like, that's your vacation? Was just as long as it took to close the door and walk around the car. That's all he gets. That's the only break he gets from his wife. All right, maybe that was it.
No, they said keep it quick. Just go and sit down.
Okay, so we can touch it?
Yeah, of course.
Because you gave hugs the last time you were here.
I feel like a strippergram.
Who's got $1?
Right.
You know, we haven't seen you really around since the Golden Globes, where
Been
you were.
keeping a low profile.
Yeah, well, they attacked you, but they said that you were mean and rude, and you were surprised at that. Why, you were surprised. Let me just read one of the things they
I
thought
am
was.
mean rude. I'm surprised they attacked me for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Let me read one thing they thought was mean, and we'll decide whether it was mean or not. Okay. Referring to Sex and the City 2, you said I was sure the Golden Globe would go to the team that airbrushed that poster.
Yeah.
A little sexist.
No, it's not. Why is it sexist?
Well, because you're saying that the girls are older and they need to be airbrushed.
No, I think they look great at their age. Why hide it?
Oh.
I don't think that you lose your sensuality or your beauty because you hit 53. I'm saying, why are they hiding it?
Oh, I see.
See, man, sometimes y'all just got to, here's an idea. Like Dave Chappelle. Sometimes, here's a crazy idea. You could just shut up. And I'm talking about the critics. I'm going to be honest. The last thing that, if you guys go back and look at the last Ricky Gervais video that I just watched, I became a fan of his. Some of these I'm doing because I'm not super familiar with them. I know their name, but I want to see their bits, and I became a fan of his. His comedy is actually really smart, and it's unapologetic, which I like in a comedian. You know what I mean?
When you have to explain a joke that maybe wasn't told,
You can't explain jokes.
No, I'm defending my motives, not the joke. I stand by the joke. Yeah. I don't think I have anything to apologise for, but that's not the joke. I think if you're going to criticise, you've got to understand the joke before you can.
Okay, how about this one? Referring to the I Love You Philip Morris movie, you said, 2 heterosexual actors pretending to be gay, so the complete opposite of some famous Scientologist then. Wink, wink.
I didn't get that one.
I didn't name them. The press started saying he means these. That's terrible. No, I didn't.
Excuse me.
They outed people. I would never do that. I think it's terrible.
Has this ruined, has anything happened? Have you had fewer opportunities of people not watching your shows? Has it made any difference?
Made no difference at all. No.
No, because people love it, and negativity speaks way louder. He's not going to have less people watching anything. Not because they look at it as negative, and he is kind of brash, you know what I'm saying? But no, less people won't. I think I've played it really safe, and that's usually what people don't like. Lukewarm. They want you to they want to love you or they want to hate you, so they love to hate him.
I knew it would make a difference.
No, that was the second time you had hosted. If they asked you to do it again, would you do it?
I don't think I should. I went and I did what I went to do. I thought I'd improve on the first time, and I had a blast, and it was great. But I don't know. I might do it. I might do it again.
And did you get to tell that you wanted to?
Well, no, I don't think so. Everything that was planned. There was a conspiracy that I was pulled off. Yeah. No, I did everything I was meant to. There was just a big gap. No, that was
At the end of it, you said, as the show was ending, you yelled out, "Thank you, God, for making me an atheist."
yeah.
Thank you, God. Hold on. Oh, thank you, God, for making me an atheist is like the most. That might be one of the best lines ever. Not because I'm an atheist, but because thank you, God, for making me an atheist. That's crazy. It's like an oxymoron.
If God does everything.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the joke.
From what I've heard of God, he does everything. So he made me an atheist, didn't he? Yeah. And also, how many people thank God when they win an award? You know, like God's concerned with Sandra Bullock winning an award. He's got earthquakes, he's got pestilence. Oh, Sandra Bullock, quick! I want her to win an award. And he goes, thank you, God. Oh, you love me so much. Yeah, God was concerned with you winning an award, love. You know what I mean?
And also, what about the pushmark who didn't win the award?
Exactly. Oh, he hates them. God hates them.
I know you're making a point, but I don't think it was Sandra Bullock who said that. But you're making the point. I'm just trying to clear it up.
No, he didn't say Sandra said it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but he was making.
But he's just making a joke. Look at Whoopi's face. Whoopi's face, she's like, what? Do you not know when we're making a joke? She was, God rest her soul, with Barbara Walters. She was probably getting older at that time, and she didn't realize that he mentioned that just like, hey, he just pulled that out of his butt, Sandra Bullock. But she didn't get it, and everybody's not going to get every joke.
I want to ask you about the HBO special, Talking Funny. We just saw a clip from it, right?
By the way, guys, this sound is just low on this video. Before you guys get in the comments like, it's low. I know, because they made it low on YouTube.
We got Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Louis C.K. No women comedians on that panel?
Who would you replace?
I don't know which one.
No, because it was four people.
Because it's just four people.
Yeah, so who would you take off?
I wouldn't. I would just add.
There you go.
These are his favorites. He has the right. I think that you're right.
Take off Louis C.K. He's the ugliest.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're my friends, and I chose my friend. Oh, and also, men are intimidated by funny women, so we didn't want them in the room. That's a joke.
Oh my gosh! If he had to explain one, Lord, let me stop. Barbara Walters has passed on. Let me be respectful.
Jerry Lewis famously said at one point that he didn't think women were funny. Do you think women are funny?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's the difference? That's ridiculous.
It's a different sensibility.
Statistically, less women go into stand-up from what I've seen, so there's probably less to choose from. But yeah, there are loads of funny women. I've worked with loads of funny women. Of course, there's loads of funny women here.
Now, you said something when I was watching your special. You said that you thought, when you were sitting there with Jerry and Chris and Louie, you said you thought that anybody could be funny, Ricky. And I'm going to tell you, because I disagree with that. I went to see Charlie Sheen at Radio City Music Hall. And I said, and we have talked about this, and I said, I
almost went the whole show without saying that man's name.
You know I can. But I had said, at one point I said, to sit on that stage for 80 minutes and think you can hold an audience's attention is quite arrogant. And I went and saw him. It was not funny.
Did you see
so, you know,
I haven't seen him, no.
What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's not a stand-up comedian, isn't he? I think he's...
I think he thought he was.
I think he's going through a bit of a phase at the moment, and I'm worried about it that he's being exploited. To be honest, I don't think I hope he turns out.
He's the one that's doing the shows.
Of course, yeah. I know, and it's it's nice now that he's realised a quiet night in doesn't necessarily mean on a life support machine. So he's sorted that bit out, and it's good.
Got him.
I'm glad
Got him right there.
Although I do want to tell him that there are some women in the world who haven't videoed every orgasm they ever had.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So he doesn't have to choose the ones that just...
That want to record it? Right.
Funny. I love that. Charlie, just one more point about it is that he is funny when he just speaks or tweets.
Yeah, no, he's great.
But he just
great
can't
in the show.
sustain an hour and a half show. How many people can?
And he clearly had a bit of a problem, and I assume he's sorting out. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He is
Right.
sorting it out. How are you, Ricky?
I haven't come here to be insulted.
Why don't you like the show Who Do You Think You Are? That show that traces your heritage. You don't like that show. Why?
Well, no, I was invited to do it a few times. I haven't seen the American one, but in England, and it turns out to be someone who's on there, and they suddenly find out their great-great-grandmother was a prostitute or something, and they start crying. What are you crying for? You didn't know her.
Right.
Who cares?
Because they've been doing it on the side and didn't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was heredity.
Well, it could be. That's the problem. And my friend Carl Pilkington, who I do the
Yeah, maybe they think prostitution is hereditary, is what I think. She said heredity. Yeah, I didn't ever notice because I never watched this show that Barbara was, getting older and maybe her mind was slipping a little bit. And that's not funny because I have an older parent that's going through a very similar thing. So, yeah, wow.
With says he'd never do it. He said because if you had an Einstein in the family, everyone would be talking about it. So you're going to find out your great-great-grandpa was a murderer or a rapist or something. So just don't go there.
Yeah, don't find out.
Probably bad. Yeah.
Ricky, when you're watching, it was really great watching this with you guys and seeing you talk about the craft of comedy. Why do you think just a regular average person watching this on HBO, what do you think they would get out of it?
Well, I don't think that I don't think it's in. I don't think you have to be a professional comedian to enjoy it because it's it's not a comedy show. It's a show about comedy. But of course, when you get like those guys chatting, it's come up with funny stuff. And there was points where I couldn't stop laughing at something Louis came up with, and then Chris Rock. Chris Rock doesn't speak much, but when he does, he cuts to the bone.
Jerry is a professor. Every time we have left, I have to ask you about The Office because most people know that you not only are a comedian yourself, but
Stop looking at her like that. What? You like this.
She terrifies me. She terrifies me.
He's scared of you.
She came backstage and she went, "We're gonna have fun. Enjoy yourself." Like,
I was going to ask you about the... No, I'm going to defend myself.
She has a certain respect that she commands. So Barbara Walters, man, was the GOAT of what she did. She was a pioneer of journalism. So I understand. My wife's like that when she walks in the room too. So I get it.
I came out and I said, I'm so glad you're here. We're going to have fun. And you said, how do you know? And
There
I
was
said,
none of this.
I said, is that
There was none of this.
Oh, there you go.
Be nice. Nobody else came out. I came out.
That's
and
true.
I'm being maligned.
That's true.
And Barbara, we gotta let Ricky go.
Enjoy yourself. We're wrapping.
It's like they're talking to Nana. Nana, we gotta let Ricky go now.
Don't be such a stranger, Ricky. Talking Funny debuts on HBO Friday, April 22nd. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Ricky was pretty good. I know they probably have to keep Barbara wrangled. And, as our older people get elderly, we do need to be watching out for them and taking care of them. Ricky Gervais seems like a very intelligent person. We're going to go down I shot my pen out. We're going to go down the discography of all of his work. And because I'm just getting, like I said, I'm just getting familiar with more of these comedians. And I think he's a brilliant person. I don't think he would be super famous without that, even if I didn't really know him or wasn't as familiar. Guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Krizz Out Loud, baby. It's a brand new comedy channel. Comedy and commentary, funny people, and hot topics, man. Cali, baby. You're done.
Whose house? Your house.